We'll move on to our main story now. As we've talked about in previous episodes, about a plan to raise the sunken sailing yacht Bayesian, which sank on the 19th of August in Sicily. And we've talked about how it would be a time-consuming business to arrange and execute and would involve various authorities plus the insurance company. Now, 3.5 months after the vessel sank, it's official that plans to raise the vessel are underway. Now, last Monday, the first meeting was held in the Port Authority building in Palermo, in Italy, to discuss the recovery of the wreck, which is located about 50 meters down. There have been a number of recovery proposals submitted to the prosecutor's office in Sicily. The vessel was insured by a number of companies led by the British Marine, which is an insurance company in the UK, and they presented 8 plans that could possibly be used to recover the wreck according to local news in Sicily. Now, unlike many of the comments on this subject, it's extremely difficult to raise the hull of a vessel and to further compound the logistical problems that such a project would face. The vessel's integrity has to be maintained during the process, as it's crucial to the investigation that's ongoing by prosecutors in Italy. Not only is there an accident investigation, but there's a criminal investigation. The Italian Coast Guard will also need to approve any proposal that is put forward. So you can imagine insurance companies, authorities, it's going to take a lot of time. If you remember Eleanor E., the much smaller sailing vessel that was crashed into and sunk by, of all things, a search and rescue vessel in Tarragona in Spain, it took over 3 months to raise that vessel. And that vessel was in the marina in just a few meters of water. So most of the delays in raising that vessel were due to the insurance and the approval process of the actual work to raise it. Now, according to the Italian newspaper La Nazione, the cost to raise the wreck of the vessel will be approximately €2 million. And the project, the date to start the raising of it is due to start mid-January 2025 and will take approximately 5 weeks to complete. So I'd probably double that. According to the Solo Vela portal, the main goal is to bring the perfectly intact yacht back to the surface, including the 74-meter mast, which makes the process particularly complex. Currently, the Bayesian is lying on the right-hand side, on the starboard side, and will have to be rotated 90 degrees to resume its natural attitude. Once in position, the ship will be harnessed with cables and lifted by a special crane mounted on a floating pier built for the occasion. The crane will have to lift a weight of about 473 tons, and in addition to the cables, balloons will be used, inflatable balloons will be used that will have the task of keeping the boat in place until it's out of the water, as well as helping to bring the yacht up. Now, during the recovery, it will be also necessary to take into account the 18,000 litres of fuel still in the ship's tanks. The other aspect that makes the operation particularly delicate, if they were to spill, would cause obviously serious environmental damage. Why they're not pumping that out before they raise the vessel is a question that has yet to be answered, at least by us. We've been looking into that. We can't find anything on that reason why they wouldn't have done that already. Now, like I said, there's an ongoing investigation into the deaths of Michael Lynch, his daughter Hannah, Jonathan Bloomer, the Morgan Stanley International Chairman, and his wife Judith, and the lawyer Chris Morvillo and his wife Neda. Alongside the investigation by the likes of the MAIB and the Italian equivalent, there is also that criminal investigation into the accident, or the incident, should I say. A number of the crew, including the captain, are subject to that criminal investigation as to whether negligence was the cause. We also had a lot of allegations put out there by the CEO of the Italian Sea Group from almost the very beginning of the, when word spread that the vessel had sunk, immediately blaming the crew for the sinkings, and the company repeats its claim that the vessel was unsinkable. Only way it could have been sunk is by somebody leaving a door open. So that is yet to be proven. Obviously, when they raise the vessel, they will have the answers to that. I would imagine they already know the answer to whether the port side shell door was open, because the divers have been down there many times. As you've seen on this channel, there's been a number of videos where we've shown some of the footage that has leaked from that diving, from the Navy divers that have been going down there. And so they probably have the answers to those things already. It will be good to finally get answers to the questions that currently remain a mystery. Thanks very much for watching this video. You've been watching a Super Yacht News clip. If you'd like to see the full unedited Super Yacht News video, you can click on the link over here. You can also find our channel links below here. And if you'd like to see more shorter videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to this channel.